time no see.
Yeah, it's been a couple weeks, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
It's good to see you.
Yes, it's great. I'm looking forward to the day. And I think you have an impulse idea
Yes,
of
and that's to have a sip of my coffee here since I just walked in.
Great. Go ahead. That's the basic
Yes.
of every spiritual teaching. First, take a sip of coffee.
Yeah, no, I really want to look at this idea. It's the truth of it all, which is we are as God created us in truth, right?
Yes.
And we hear that God is all powerful, God is all loving. And I mean, this is in the Course in Miracles channeled, uh, it's Jesus, right?
Hmm.
And the intro expresses that um, it's love, right?
Yeah.
It's love. God is love. It's not saying it the way I'm expressing it, but that's what it says. And that's all there is. And what is all encompassing can have no opposite. So
Yeah.
obviously, what is all encompassing is all power, right? So A Course in Miracles is really it's a mastery of love, not the mastery over fear. It's the mastery of love.
Yeah.
And to have free will is to be God's will, right?
Mhm.
And it's like it's like, do I behave that way? Do I express that way? No,
Yeah. The
I
question is,
don't.
where comes all the fear from? The fear I feel, where is it coming from? So that the immediate comes up in my mind. That's this question.
Right. Well, because we thought we could change ourselves.
Yeah.
We thought we could be different than as God already created us. And that's where the fear came in. And in that regard, it's like, okay, well, let's look at this then. It's like, well, here we go. Um, and I think we talked about this in our last talk, where we are consciousness, right? Thought is energy.
Yeah.
And the field that we live in, the field is the energy of thought, right?
Yeah.
And it's the energy, and this is in chapter 2. The mind never sleeps. The mind is powerful indeed,
Hmm.
just like the intro, right? The mind is powerful, our true nature, and the mind never sleeps. But all thought will take form at some level,
Yeah.
and so as we think, that energy flows, right? That energy flows, it extends. That's a vibration, and it will extend out to the far ends of the universe, and then it comes back. It comes
Hmm.
back to the source. But that energy, it reduces in vibration, and it will manifest.
Yeah.
So all matter is an expression of energy, right? So, and that energy is thought. So, we're never victims. We are never victims of anything. And the Course says is I'm responsible for what I see.
Yeah.
So one of my favorite lessons in the workbook is lesson number 15, which says, my thoughts are images I have made. It's like, okay then, right? So we're
Yeah.
getting a reflection. Everything we see in our field is literally a reflection of my own thought. All right.
Yeah.
Now, in the detour into fear, we project. Okay. Now that's separate from me. I have to defend because that's separate and that can hurt me or not hurt me or whatever. So in that action, we invented time and space. And what is time? Well, we say it's sequential, right? Time is, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 5 o'clock in the evening. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. Whatever. Time is the distance between events.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and space is the distance between the observed events. So it's like, and if you can just include yourself in this description, if you will, in this idea, it's like you can see that, within our field there's a texture. It's a texture. The energy is texture. The chair has a texture. The table has a texture. This sweater has a texture. So the energy has a texture. So now this is the field that we live in. But we
Mm-hmm.
think that everything is separate, and it isn't really.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
not separate. So, your question, the fear, where's it come from? It's because we thought we could be different as God created us.
Yeah.
So we want to, like the Course says, we want to master love. And what is love? All encompassing. It's all encompassing. There's no opposite. And it's
Mm-hmm.
what you are in truth. If you're
Right.
fearful, you don't exist.
Mm-hmm.
you know, um, what can be threatened is not real.
Yep.
Okay. So, I mean, it's great. So, where am I going with this? So basically what I'm saying is like, we don't recognize our true power.
Exactly. Yeah.
We don't recognize it because we have put ourselves in the idea of changing our own reality. We put ourselves in a position where we can be threatened, right?
Exactly.
We
Yeah.
are threatened.
Yeah.
Time is a threat to us,
Yeah.
right? Oh, now I'm going to get old and die, and I've got no choice,
Yeah.
right? So look how I have, wow, it's like, look what I've done. It's like now I think that I have no choice but to get old and die. There's something that has power over me,
Mm-hmm.
right? I'm a victim of time. I've got no choice in that, right? So I'm crazy. I must be
Yes.
insane,
Yes. Yeah.
right? Because I'm told that no, an all powerful true nature of reality created me like unto itself, and I am that. And there's nothing that opposes that, right? So there's nothing to conflict with. It takes two. It takes two sides to conflict,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I guess I'm just battling myself.
Yes. Must be. Yeah.
It's like I'm in a war with myself, because on one side it's like, wait a minute, my true nature is all loving, all powerful. There is no opposite. I'm a creator. I am as of God, right?
Yeah.
And I can create like God, and anything, anything else isn't. But you know what, Claudia? It's real to me,
Yeah.
right? So now I can say, well, wait a minute. So now on this side of my mouth, I'm talking about, I'm limited.
Mm-hmm.
I'm contained within a body. I'm limited. I can only do so much. I can only go so high, on and on and on,
Mm-hmm.
right? and things have power over me.
Mm-hmm.
That's fearful.
Yeah. But how often, but Joni, I think your camera switched a bit down. Maybe you can correct it. You are cut off. No, thank you.
Oh,
Um, how often we are having the experience of walking through fear in a
right.
situation, however, it doesn't matter which situation, and in the end, we find out nothing happened, or we experience a kind of bigger me in the end. So fear disappears suddenly. And then we say, oh my God, wow, I'm surprised. So, I mean, miracle
Right.
situations, how
Sure.
often, and if there are also very little experiences, they happen all the time.
Yes.
So now
So,
the key is
what's that? Sorry.
the key question in my mind is how to speed that up consciously. I don't want to suffer anymore. I don't want to,
Right. I do know. I do know.
I,
I'm with you.
I
Okay. So, here we go.
now this is, yeah.
So we are thought, yeah? Well, we are consciousness. And the most powerful thing we can do, there's three steps actually. Um, let's say something happens, right? There's an event that happens. And the first step is to put ourselves in a place where we accept what happened. All right. So we're no longer in an energetic resistance to it, because if we resist,
We're
our
fighting.
energies, we're stuck,
Yeah.
right? So I'm not saying if something happened, you're in agreement to it.
Mm-hmm.
That's not
Mm-hmm.
what I mean by acceptance. All I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying is that, hey, it happened,
Yeah. Okay.
right? So we come into, okay, it happened. There's nothing I can do about that. It
Mm-hmm.
happened, right? Ha. See, now the moment I put myself in acceptance of that, the energy started to flow again.
Yes.
It's like I felt it.
Yeah.
I felt it physically, right? So I guess we could say now we're in a place of neutrality, because the key too is to not judge it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Great.
Don't judge it. Just recognize that it happened. Boom. Now what we want to do is we want to, we call it, redirect our thinking, redirect our attention. So instead of focusing, let's say it was not a good event, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of focusing on all the bad stuff about it, we want to say, okay, this event happened, right? I wonder what is the potential of this event? What can I possibly gain from this event that will be of service, that will be a benefit to me in my own growth, in my own expansion, in my own learning? What's the potential from this event? In other words, what's it for?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So we're learning to redirect our attention from just focusing on if it was a bad event, the nastiness of the event itself. We come into that place of acceptance, neutrality. Oh, what can I learn from this? What's the benefit for me? What's the potential benefit, really? What is this trying to show me? Okay. And so, really, the most powerful thing we can do is learn to, as creators, is learn to redirect our attention.
Mm-hmm.
redirect our attention is the most powerful thing we can do as creators. Redirect it from the nastiness of it all and the judgment of it all and, oh, woe is me and blah, blah,
Mm-hmm.
blah, to, wow, what can I learn from this? Right? What's the benefit? What can I gain from this? Then the third step is, what do I want? What do I really
Mm-hmm.
want? So we learn to redirect our attention to what it is we really want. And where our attention goes, the energy flows. And as we direct our attention to what we truly want to have in our as life, as our being, who do I want to be? What do I want to be? How do I want to live? Right?
Mm-hmm.
That energy flows, and where your attention goes, the energy flows. That those thoughts go out into the universe. That energy goes into the field, far out into the universe, and that energy starts to come back, and it will manifest, and you will get that reflection of what you want when you stay focused. What do you want? And you got to feel it.
Mm-hmm.
You really got to feel it too. It's like, and we all have heard this before, right? Put yourself in that position, right? Act like you're already there. Talk like you're already there. Just be that
Mm-hmm.
already, right? But it really is a matter of learning how to redirect your attention. And in order to do that, you have to get rid of that resistance, that fear. You have to just let that.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah.
So that's key.
Yeah.
That's yeah. And so for me, it's like I give you an example. A few years ago, I hurt my back, and I've tried everything to heal it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I've done massage, I've done you know jacuzzis, I've done chiropractors, I've done different healers of all kinds of different healers, and nothing was working.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, and listen to me, Claudia, when I say this, because all along I have known the power of mind that we truly are.
Mm-hmm.
And the body will heal itself, but the body does what the mind tells it to do. Okay? So for a few years, I've just been going to chiropractors, heal my back, you know, do this. I'm going to healers, heal my back, right? And it's like nothing. So it's like, as long as I play that game, that someone outside of me can heal me,
Mm-hmm. I hear you. Yeah.
I'm playing the weak guy here, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm weak, I'm limited. Do you think I'm going to get the result of what I really want? What I'm saying I want when I'm behaving that way? No wonder my back still hurts. you So it's like, duh. So when do I really step in
Mm-hmm.
and do what Jesus has been saying all this time? You know, you are all powerful. There's there's no limit to you, right? So I guess, I can say, well, in my mistaken identity of limitation, I'm afraid. But what am I afraid of? I'm really afraid of the true power I am, because I'm afraid of what I'm going to do with it,
Mm-hmm.
because look what I've done,
Yeah.
pretending I'm not that. So, does this make sense? Did I?
Makes completely sense. It makes completely sense, and it's completely logical, and it's still an experience, and it's still working when you do it. It's still that it is really, you have no credit from that. It's really it's, you can't, yeah, make it intellectually. You really have to take everything with you in that. I guess, yeah. And when you have a lot of pain, I mean, I speak from my experience. I don't have a back pain or physical pain, but my typical situations, I when I feel fear of something, existency or whatever, when you run your own business, you always have to deal with those things. It's really like a program. It's an old program which uploads itself automatically, triggered by some typical events, and
Mm-hmm.
I observe myself in a kind of communication where I say, okay, now I'm so done with that game. I'm so done. I'm so done. Please help. And then I mean, we are the Miracle Light Cafe, and I remember then, okay, I need a miracle. I need something fast. I need something immediate. I need something that takes me now out of this program here. And then immediately, when I really I immediately I'm released. Something's taken away from me, and I have a complete different perception of the situation. Yeah. So I have a lot of experience of that. And when I
Yep.
look back in my life, yeah, things are getting lighter and more easy, and I have no explanation for that. I can't tell you, I can't now promise you when you do that, this will not happen again, or that. I have no idea. It's a dream, it's an illusion. It's not real. I mean, what helps me most of the time when I say myself it's not real, and then I immediately have to laugh, and then my mind, which is so in that, brrr, has no chance of going on in this insanity, anymore. It has to laugh also. Oh, okay,
Right.
you catch me now. It's not
Yep.
real, because there is
Yep.
something more real than this. And then the light comes in.
Yeah, you bring up a good point. You bring up a lot of good points, actually. One thing is desire. It's like, really, what do you want, right? Because again, there's no such thing as a victim. So if something's going on, people say, well, and the other point you brought up is, it's all just a dream. It's not real. That's true, right? But it's real to us,
Yeah, it's real
right?
to us.
So it
Exactly.
doesn't really change the game, if you will, to say, oh, none of it's real anyway, so I'll just be about my
Hmm.
business, right? Well, that's
Hmm.
going to keep happening.
Yeah.
Whatever it is going to keep showing up, because our awakening is physical, mental, spiritual and mindful, right? It's all of it.
Hmm.
And like you said, nothing is left out. So, it's like, yes, and the shift is a miracle, and it doesn't take time, like you
Hmm.
said, but you have to want it above all else,
Exactly. Yeah.
right? So the practice, I mean, this is why we have 365 lessons in the
Hmm.
workbook of A Course in Miracles, right? I mean, Jesus wouldn't have given these to us if we didn't need them,
Yeah.
right?
I need
because we're
that.
so Yeah, because we're so caught in the habitual lie. It's a lie,
Hmm.
right? So yeah, I need help,
Yeah.
help. So we're given the help we need, but then we've got to implement it. It's
Yeah.
like, I don't ever say, I shouldn't say I don't ever say, but yeah, yes, it's a dream. Yes, in truth, this is a dream. None of it's so. Um, but at the same time, I find myself here dealing with it in this vibration. It's the vibration that I put out. Everything is energy, and it's a vibration. And if I was not complicit to this vibration, I wouldn't be seen in this vibration,
Yeah.
right? So my whole thing is, okay, I'm power of mind. I'm the power of God, for goodness sakes. I can heal,
Yeah.
right? this body can heal itself. It knows how to heal itself. I just got to get my mind out of the way and refocus, redirect my mind to the truth, to the truth.
Yeah.
And in those truth thoughts, that's what's going to
Yeah.
take care of it all,
Yeah. And the
right?
word transformation comes in. It's really this transformation. It's not, as you said before, oh, I'm just telling myself it's not real. This is not transformation. It's just
Right,
being blind, and don't
right,
look at the things. No, no. Transformation means really you feel the turning, the difference. You feel the switch of the energy, and then you are on a new place, and you feel it, you know it. Yeah, and you don't have to convince anyone else. You are the experience on or not. Yeah? So it's only myself. So that's the cool thing. I have to be honest to myself, and it's an honest thing, only me and myself, and yeah, and my life, my what do I feel alive, or how do I feel, what do I want, what do I feel, and what do I experience, and reflection comes to my mind. So that's the honest
right,
game. Yeah.
right.
and,
Yeah.
and yeah, and I have all the help in the universe, and
Yeah.
and we
And
help
you
each
know,
other. Yeah.
absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Um, um, I can't remember where in the Bible this, oh, I think it's John 1. Is it John 1? Um, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word is God. You know? And it's like, where's the Word? The Word is the energy of the Creator in action. It's the energy of the Creator in action,
Wow. Mm-hmm.
you know? And that's why all matter is an expression of energy. But what am I thinking?
Yeah.
Am I really this limited little physical body in a world where everything dies? Right? Or am I an eternal, all powerful, all loving, creative being? What's my choice? I think I need to choose again, like Jesus says, choose once again, O Holy Son of God.
Yeah.
You made a bargain you can't keep. You can suffer pain and you can do it for a long time, but you
Yeah.
can't do it forever.
Yeah.
And that's why somewhere it's like, really ask yourself, what do you want? Because just doing this practice, what we've talked about so far, right, in these 3 simple steps, it's like if you include yourself in the picture, right, and really come from a place of, wait a minute, there's no victim, you can see you've been attacking yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And you can start loving yourself and start getting honest with yourself and just, you know, be miracle minded.
Yeah. Great. That's a
So
great ending. It's a great last
great.
final sentence and impulse.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I love getting together with you and talking about this kind of stuff. So it's
Yeah, and
fun.
it's really important for myself too. It's not about, oh, I know it, I heard that before. No, it's activated each time when we come together, when we share this, and we demonstrate for ourselves, this is the truth, this is my truth, this is because I
Yeah.
decide for truth, and I feel it, and I have the experience of it, and it does something with me. It changes me in a better sense.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Joni, thank you so much
Thank you.
for this
And I hope,
great
yeah,
session.
and I hope you have a wonderful evening.
Yes,
And
you too.
yeah,
See you
and we'll
soon.
get together again soon. Thank
Yes,
you,
thank
Claudia.
you. Bye bye.